Is the Camaro dead? It's starting to look that way, and we're going to get to the heart of the matter today here on Firing Order. Let's get after it. Welcome back to Firing Order. Before we get started today, please hit that subscribe button and bell icon for instant notifications when we go live with new episodes such as this. Now let's jump into the latest news on the 6th generation and upcoming 7th generation Camaro. MuscleCarsandTrucks.com published a story claiming that the 7th generation Camaro had been shelved and that the 6th generation will end in 2023. I want to say something about MuscleCarsandTrucks.com right off the bat. I verified this article with a source, so I do trust the integrity of the article and the site. I can't get into too many more details other than that, but I do trust what I've read here today. The 5th generation Camaro was a resounding success for General Motors. It sold very, very well, up to 80,000 units a year, always fighting Mustang for the top spot. The 6th generation Camaro, however, has not seen the same success as the 5th generation. In fact, in 2018, they had a staggering 25% drop in sales. These are terrible numbers for General Motors, and they know it. The 6th generation Camaro was a lighter, more nimble platform, the Alpha platform, which was shared with the Cadillac ATS and CTS. In 2018, the ATS and CTS were discontinued. So what are some of the reasons for canceling the Camaro? Well, first of all, it's not selling. If you want the Camaro to survive, you have to buy it. The muscle car lifestyle is just that, it's a lifestyle. But General Motors really bent over backwards to get people to drive the Camaro. They put the 1LE package for both the 6 and 4-cylinder models, which I think is fantastic. But when you don't buy the car, there's no reason for them to continue to make it. It's the same thing I hear with all these people saying, save the manual transmissions. Okay, but you're not buying any of them. That's the problem. Another devastating blow to the Camaro was its 2019 refresh. Now, if you drive one of these cars, I may have photographed it, maybe I've met you, I'm not going to give you a hard time too much because you've bought the car, you supported Camaro, and I think that's great. But from my personal standpoint, I do not like the new front ends at all, and I think that they were highly detrimental to the brand of Camaro, so much so that they're only going to last one model year. In fact, they've already redesigned and plan to put forth a different front end for the SS models. Another issue I have is we have to fight with the everyday consumer. Muscle car culture and sports car culture is nothing like it was even 20 years ago, much less the 60s and early 70s. So most consumers are going towards the crossover SUV market. Now, what's different about the SUV market now as opposed to the early 2000s when the Camaro first got the axe was those 6 cylinders and 8 cylinders got pretty bad gas mileage, but gas was cheap and nobody cared. Now you have crossover SUVs on car platforms that get much better gas mileage. In America, we have a unique perspective on automobiles. We think that height and size automatically equates to safety and practicality. That's not always the case, but that's why people are going to these crossover SUVs. They think that they can see more of the road, they think that they're safer, but let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, they're never really gonna pack that crossover full of stuff or people. How many times do you see people going down the road with maybe 1 passenger, maybe 2, if that at all? It's usually a single driver on their way to work. But it's perception that drives the market, not actual facts, and emotion as well. A problem I do have with General Motors, however, is marketing. I have not seen a Camaro ad that comes to memory since 2013. I consume almost entirely new media. So I'm not just seeing random commercials, I'm seeing ads tailored to what I'm watching, which is automotive content. And the Camaro is nowhere to be found. I know there are people at General Motors that are performance and Camaro enthusiasts, even some executives. I know because I've met some and they're good people. But General Motors cares about profits. If it doesn't sell, it gets the axe. Not giving them hell for that, I'm just saying that's the way it is. And right now, electrification is the big way to go. They moved Al Oppenheiser off the Camaro and into making electric vehicles, another troubling sign for the Camaro. There are companies like Toyota and Honda that have been making hybrids for quite a long time. Ford is certainly in the game. And my personal perspective is General Motors is behind in this trend and they need to get on it. However, sacrificing the Camaro to do so is really heartbreaking. And I think that's a big part of it. because it's not selling as well as they need it to, and pressures from consumers and the government are forcing their hand in some regard. This is a very personal topic to me because Camaro has been in my life since the day I was born. Me and my father restored a 67 Camaro Super Sport together, and I bought a 98 Camaro in 2000, which I still have. Yes, it's a V6, but I love driving the car so much that I've never gotten rid of it and still enjoy it to this day. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Firing Order. I know it doesn't have typically all the bells and whistles a standard episode does. I want to get this out as quickly as possible to keep you informed. I'll link to the website I cited below, MuscleCarsandTrucks.com, and that specific article. But I want to know your thoughts on the axing of the Camaro. Do you think they're going to bring it back at the last minute, or is it completely done? I want to know your thoughts below. And if you like what you saw here, hit that subscribe button and bell icon for instant notifications when we go live with new episodes such as this. If you're like me, you love the Camaro. So check out some of our Camaro episodes right here. And we're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you really want to support the show, check us out on Patreon. And I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today. Without your continued support, we don't have a show. So thank you.